I'm Anne-Marie Graham and I run a company called Mindset Success Strategy. So I work with people to help them really tap within the power that they have to get the results in their business that they want, or their career, or their life in general. And it's really about helping them dig deep and go from where it is to where they want to be. I reached out to Amanda, and her values and mine are very aligned. She's so much about helping people reach their potential, overcoming the limiting beliefs. And so it was to connect with a community of businesswomen internationally, as well as to get the opportunity to speak internationally. And then the themes of the conference resonated with what I love to do with people. So that was the big deciding factor then to go ahead with it. Ramonda, she really nurtured the community. She educated us. She supported us. There was just such a growth mindset with the entire community. So even as an experienced speaker, I learned so much from the workshops that were done and from other speakers in the community. If you're not an experienced speaker, absolutely 110% go with it, because you will learn so much about the art and the craft of speaking, as well as then how to promote yourself as a speaker. And even if you are an experienced speaker, there's an incredible amount of exposure from it. So Ramonda tended to group us with, like-minded individuals and maybe people where there were similarities, but they weren't in competition. But then the platform allowed us then to reach out to other speakers and even then to do one-to-ones with them. She got one of my own team here in Ireland quite a bit of exposure. I got 2 new clients out of it. And even things like being featured in the magazine, that's all a piece of collateral that any of the speakers can use that. And I made the most of it. The brilliant thing about Ramonda was she was a real promoter of us. It wasn't just for the gain of Thrive, it was actually for our own gain as well. And I actually love that practical approach where she said, you've committed to this process and you're here and you're putting in the time and the effort. So you need to make sure you get plenty of exposure out of it. Another really brilliant thing with Ramonda is she's so knowledgeable about the industry, because those kind of speaker platforms that are promoting all of these advantages and they take your money and you pay to speak. But then there's very little done after that. And she has such an incredible knowledge of the platforms that are the most credible. Ramonda just made the journey so practical and gave us tips on how we could leverage the promotional element of it. So that was a huge element of growth for me. Overall, it was an absolutely fantastic experience. And I think for anyone who wants to go down the route of developing their own summits, the amount of learning you would get from the way Ramonda and her team do things was just incredible. So I would have taken even some of those tools in running, even things like a large group webinar or summits of my own. So it was nearly like having a business advisor specifically in relation to summit. So just overall, I would have to say an absolute 10 out of 10 experience for me.